Welcome to Space Nerd Tuesday, where we bring you the top 10 news stories about space in less than 10 minutes. SNT's 10 and 10. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Coming in at number 10 is Sierra Space Tenacity, is slated for a potential first launch on ULA's Vulcan Centaur rocket in June of 2025. Okay, Sierra Space's Tenacity launch was moved from 2024 to 2025 so Vulcan Centaur could do their proof launch for the U.S. government. We're super excited about what the future holds for this little space plane. I'd rather come home on it than to be on the Starship during the belly flop flip landing maneuver. I think this program is going to be key to our future in space. Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket went vertical at the launch stand for testing. Apparently there's some problems with the GSC interface, but as per usual, mum's a word from Blue Origin. We were all hoping for a 2024 launch of New Glenn. SpaceX needs the competition, and we still have high hopes for New Glenn, but Bezos needs to kick his company into a bit taller of a gear. High Bay at Spaceport is to be demolished and replaced with Giga Bay. Have you heard of the Giga Tesla factory in Texas? Imagine what a Giga Bay would look like. Starbase keeps evolving as the skyline between Brownsville and South Padre Island continue to grow. SpaceX's progress is rapid, broad, and as usual, we are excited to see what the future holds for Starbase facilities. Coming in at number 7, Artemis Flights 2 and 3 are delayed after an anomalous erosion found on Orion's heat shield following Artemis 1. More woes for the super companies, which may eventually spell the end for the massive spending program that is SLS in the upcoming administration. It was a big, powerful rocket, but it's currently outdated tech from a bygone era. It's time to move on with bigger, and more efficient launching systems. Coming in at number 6, the Launch Communications Act was signed into law to reduce the FCC red tape on launches. Before the new administration even assumes office, our government seems to finally grasp the importance of the current space race between the United States and China, and between other U.S. companies and SpaceX. I only hope that our government can continue streamlining the processes so that a more rapid iteration and test flights from all U.S. companies will be easier. We are truly entering the golden age of spaceflight and exploration. Coming in at number 5, the Geminid meteor shower set to peak during December's full moon on December 15th, so you better get out and catch it before then. Pesky moonlight. During the 11-year solar cycle, the sun achieves the maximum amount of sunspots, which is known as solar maximum, which we achieved last week. The solar poles have shifted, which will take the sun into its post-maximum phase, the battle zone. This is going to increase solar storms, and events may wreak havoc upon our numerous low Earth orbit satellites that didn't exist the last time we went through the same cycle. Coming in at number 3, tons of Falcon 9 launches, all with happy returns. On December 4th, Booster 1067 lifted off from Slick 40 at Cape Canaveral, hoisting more Starlink satellites to orbit and successfully landing on a short fall of gravitas. On December 5th, Booster 1081 lifted off from Slick 4E and Vandenberg Space Force Base, California, carrying Starlink satellites and successfully landed on the drone ship Of Course I Still Love You. Also on December 5th, SpaceX launched Booster 1076 from the infamous 39A, carrying SXM-9 satellite for SiriusXM, and the booster landed successfully on the drone ship Just Read the Instructions. Finally, as if 3 launches in a week weren't enough, SpaceX decided to make it 4 when they slung Booster 1072 from Slick 40 into orbit, carrying, you guessed it, more Starlink satellites. Booster landed successfully on a short fall of gravitas as the short fall of gravitas recorded its second catch of the week. Now that's rapid turnaround. A slew of launches remains on the horizon for the conclusion of 2024, the year of the Falcon 9. It truly has become a legendary rocket for space. Coming in at number 2, Booster 14 and Ship 33 prepare to be the next Pathfinders for the SpaceX Starship program. This test flight will mimic both flights 5 and 6, hopefully with a booster catch. This will be the first flight of the Block 2 Starship. The Block 2 Starship is taller than Block 1. It has some updated shielding and further inboard ailerons for the forward ailerons. Ship 33 did undergo cryo testing in October of 2024, just prior to Flight 6, and still awaits its full test fire at Massey's. Booster 14 cryo tested on December the 5th, spin primed on December the 7th, and test fired on December the 9th. This is the spin prime you're watching here. Flight 7 is soon upon us. There is even some speculation that Flight 7 may happen before the anticipated date of January the 11th. There goes the test fire of Booster 14. Early Christmas, anyone? And coming in at number 1 this week, Jared Isaacman was nominated by President-elect Trump to be the next NASA administrator. Jared Isaacman is a billionaire philanthropist and private astronaut. He was the first civilian spacewalker on September 13, 2014 aboard SpaceX's Dragon during the Polaris Dawn mission, which I filmed the launch from Wilmington, North Carolina. The video's in the link description. There's no doubt that this entrepreneur knows how to get NASA's program streamlined, cost-effective, and moving. SLS Artemis progress has been far too slow. I look to Isaacman to bring his successful business spirit to NASA and to get the show rolling. Let's light this candle, Jared. Good luck to you and our transitioning government, and we pray for your continued success. Mars or bust. That's it for this week on SNT, where you get 10 and 10. We'll see you next Tuesday. SpaceX Nerd Tom, signing off.